Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session. It's time for us to go ahead and get our lesson started. So come on into the Hangout if you have your ticket. I'd love to have you join me for the class. That way you can participate and come and discuss our topic, outdoor activities. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and start welcoming our students. Oner, welcome to class. How are you, Oner?
Hello, Carissa. I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Thank you very much for asking. Nice to have you in class today with me, Oner.
Thank you. Nice to see you again, Carissa.
Yes, yes. Now tell us about the picture, because I don't think I remember that picture.
Let me look up it. Where can I see that picture, Carissa?
Okay, so look at, well, now I don't know if you can. Well, I see it because it's just at the bottom of the screen with all of the students' names. I don't know. Very much for asking. Nice to Well, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe just take a look at it. What I see is there's a man and a woman. Maybe that's
Yeah. You asking my picture?
yes, your picture.
Yeah, she's my wife. I taken that photo in the London. I think on the in the picture there is a cathedral. I think it's Whitechapel or maybe
Yes, yes, yes.
Saint Paul's Cathedral, maybe. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, that's a nice picture.
Thank you.
Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, very good. Well, let's continue to welcome. Hello, Raphael. How are you doing today? Okay, maybe Raphael stepped away just for a second. Okay, so Raphael, just let me know. Oh, yeah, he did. Okay, Pablo, welcome to class. How are you doing today?
Hello, Carissa.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Ah, good, good. Great to
Pablo,
have you here. Huh?
Pablo, are you from Italy? Are you from Italy?
No, I'm from
Uh,
Colombia.
okay.
Why?
Well, when I look to the picture, it's
Ah,
like,
yes, it's a boogaloo paint.
hmm
You like paintings, Pablo?
Well, not too much. I have a friend that is he's a painting
Mm-hmm.
painted. Um, he have a boogaloo and he a picture of a boogaloo, a photo. And
Mm-hmm.
he gave me one. I like the photo.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, it's nice to have you here with us, Pablo. Okay, good. And let's see. Let's also welcome Alejandro. Hello, Alejandro. How are you doing today?
Hello, teacher. Uh, I'm fine.
Okay, good, good. So today is Sunday. Has today been a restful day for you, Alejandro? Did you get some rest today?
Yes. Uh, I I have been uh, learning English all day.
Oh, it's an intensive day of learning. Okay, so tell us some of the things that you've learned so far.
How many hours?
No, what have you learned so far today?
So far? Uh, I don't understand this.
So,
This
I'm going to type it
expression,
here in the chat box. What have you learned? I'll just say today. What have you learned today? So far, it's like when you talk about from the time you started until now. Alejandro, can you see the Verbaling chat?
sí, yes,
Okay.
I can see it.
Okay, good. Okay, so what have you learned today?
English.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Learn.
Yes.
Many words, a lot of vocabulary,
Okay.
verbs, tense, gramática.
Okay, a lot of grammar.
Grammar. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Just
I
instead of
think
chat, can you write sentences here? Yeah, I can write them in both actually. So, owner, you're not able to see the Verbaling chat or to open it?
Yeah, sometimes. I have limited internet. When I open the other web page, as I download whole videos from the YouTube, so my limit going down. So that's why I'm asking this. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, good. So I'll go ahead and I usually do that. So I'll go ahead and take a look at that and do that. Okay, very good. Heide, welcome to class, Heide. How are you today?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Yes, Heide, good to see you as well. How is your day going?
Now still 7 a.m.
Oh, it's 7 a.m. Oh, so it's already Monday for you.
Yeah, early Monday. And it's cloudy and it's raining a little.
Oh.
Did you have a breakfast, Heidi?
Yeah, now I'm eating a little.
This is now I'm eating. What are you having for breakfast?
Sweet.
Something sweet. Okay. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Well, nice. Well, I should say instead of just saying hello, I should say good morning.
Good morning.
And actually, if you look at my window, it actually looks like it's morning out. But it's actually late. It's evening time here. It's just after 6 o'clock here. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. It's still Sunday for me. Okay, very good. Well, students, as you saw in the class description, today we're going to talk about outdoor activities. All right, so we're going to answer some questions about outdoor activities. We're going to talk about why they're so popular. We'll talk about who organizes them, which ones do you like to go to and why. And we'll also talk about some safety, how safe you feel when you go to these events. Okay, good. Okay, and let's just continue our welcoming. Hello, Carlos. How are you doing today?
Hi. Fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing just fine. Thank you for asking. Yes, of course. Okay, just give me 1 second. I just wanted to give Raphael a chance to test his microphone. Okay, go ahead, Raphael.
Is it working now?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it is hard to deal with technology, I think.
Yes, when it works, it's great, and when it doesn't, ugh, such a headache. Yes. Good. I'm glad you got that working. Good. All right. All right. Okay. So let's talk about outdoor activities just for a second. Let's first of all, I'd like to know what comes to your mind when I say outdoor activities, I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. All right, now you can type that in the chat if you want, but I'd like to ask different ones as well, okay? So, Raphael, since you had your mic on just now, what word comes to your mind? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Okay, I think it's kind of coming and going, Raphael. Okay, all right. Yes, okay, now I can.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
The first thing that comes to my mind is running, cycling, or when you go to a park, it doesn't mean that you need to work out, or you can go to a park and you can relax, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, those are some of the things that come to mind. Good, good. All right. Alejandro, what comes to your mind?
Yes. Please, can you repeat, please?
What comes to your mind, or what do you think of when you hear outdoor activities?
Okay. It's good to practice any sport, but I am very lazy. I cannot practice anything.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Alejandro. Carlos, what about you? What do you think of?
Outdoor activities are activities that you do outside your house, like going to the beach, go to the mountains, or I don't know, something like that. Activities that you love to do.
Okay, good, good. Heidi, what about you? What do you think of?
The first thing that come to my mind is camping. Now here it's very hot, but instead of I'm living on Osaka, it's mainland. Japan is archipelago. Consists of 4 islands. I'm living in mainland. The center of mainland, there are many tall mountains. Before we went to that place, whenever it's hot.
Okay. Okay, so is that the best time to go?
Yeah, it was very cool and the air is very clean.
Okay, well, that sounds nice. Okay, good, good. I'm glad we're talking about it. All right, let's continue. Miguel? Miguel Angelo. Michael, hello.
Hello, Carissa.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Oh, I'm good today. Good. It's nice to have a great class today. Good, good. So, Michael, tell me, what's the first thing you think of when you hear outdoor activities?
I like a lot because I like to do camping, for example. I like sport in the countryside, football play tennis, a lot. I enjoy a lot when go to activities in the outdoor, for example, to the beach. I like a lot. because normally I work always in an office. It's a place close and enjoy a lot to do sports or to do activities in outdoor. It's nice.
Hmm. Okay, very good. Excellent job. Thanks for sharing with us. Okay, now owner, you typed cycling and freedom. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, I think spend your time in home at home is sometimes very boring because you are in a very restricted area, very limited area, and you have only a few opportunities to spend your time. But when you spend your time in outdoor, uh, especially if you ride a bicycle, um, you can you can move anywhere else rapidly, and you can see many people. You can you can be different places, and you also spend some energy. So it refreshes you. So I think riding a bicycle is quite enjoyable activity for me.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyable outdoor activity for me. Um, I would I I prefer bicycle rather than running or other sports. Let's say
Now, why is that? Why do you prefer cycling?
it's cheap.
Sheep.
You can you can
Uh-huh.
you can move very fast with bicycle. You
Uh-huh.
you spend less energy when you
Mm-hmm.
compare with running, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's cool,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
but
Good.
also dangerous as well in Turkey especially.
Oh,
Because
really?
there are no restricted roads for bicycles.
Mm.
So we drive bicycle within traffic, car traffic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all the time you need to alert, you need to take attention to traffics. So,
Yes, that's true. You have to be alert and you have to really pay attention.
mhm.
Okay, excellent, excellent job. Okay, thanks for sharing with us. Now, let me just ask you one more question about cycling. Do you prefer to cycle alone, or does someone go with you?
Well, in any case, I can I prefer cycling. Either I can be alone. The the weather can be rainy. It's really doesn't important.
Okay, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Uh-huh. All right, good, good. All right, well, let's continue. We have just a couple more students we need to ask. Okay, so Pablo, what about you? What do you think of when you think of outdoor activities?
Where I'm usually go to the pool
Mm-hmm.
with my family, with my nephew, my sister.
Do you have a pool or do you go to a community pool?
No, yes, it's we're in a club.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like a
The
swim
club
class.
have a pool.
Uh-huh. Yes, that was one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid in the summertime. We would get our summer passes for the pool, summer pool passes. And it was a little
Yes,
metal. Yeah, yeah, we could.
the 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 boy who must enjoy the pool.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew.
Oh, he really enjoys it.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. How old is your nephew?
he has 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
young.
Yes, he's little. Okay, very good. Okay, nice, nice. All right, well, we're just going to go ahead and continue to talk about our topic here. Good. So you've given me some really good ideas here, and we're going to keep building on those. one thing I wanted to ask, everyone mentioned some type of sporting event, some type of place where you can relax, like the beach or the mountains or the countryside. Now, what about community outdoor activities? And let's see, so I'll give you an example. Last weekend, the community organized, or the city, I should say, the city organized a music festival. And it was a 2-night activity or event. They had some popular R&B artists each night. Some were old school or from older past generations, and other of the artists were more modern. And it was held in a coliseum, or not a coliseum, but in a stadium. So it was an outdoor event, and thousands of people went. And there were people from Chicago, there are people from Michigan, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, all the surrounding cities, and it was a really big affair. And this type of event has been going on for decades. It used to be called the Jazz Festival, but now they don't really have too many jazz artists, so that's why they just call it the Music Festival. All right, now just tell me about your areas. Okay, now, do you have any type of major events like that that the city would organize? All right, Rafael, you want to start by telling us about some of yours, the ones that you have?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
now I can.
Yes, I live in Rio de Janeiro City, and you know it's a very famous city in Brazil, and we have a lot of music festivals.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I cannot go to these music festivals very often because it's
Mm-hmm.
very far from where I live, from my neighborhood, because they happen in Copacabana Beach. And unfortunately, I don't live near Copacabana Beach or in the south of the city because it's the rich area and it's really hard to afford uh, living there. And I go when I can, but it's rare when I go there.
Okay. All right. So different music festivals. All right. Now tell us, Rafael, who organizes the music festivals?
Uh, I think it's not government because I think the mayor of the city.
The mayor. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, Rafael, I'd like you to ask one of your classmates about popular outdoor activities in their countries that are organized by the city or the country.
Okay, it goes to Hyde. Hyde, I'm curious about festivals in your city. Do you go there very often?
Yeah, I'm living in condo. This place is consists 4 buildings, so all residents are 500 families, so totally 2,000 people living in this place. So this community is quite big. Every end of summer season, they organize some summer festival. 3 years ago, I was vice president, so I was very busy in that time. I needed to
Mhm.
order some food and a tent and chairs and tables and stage, and we needed to book some magician.
Yes. Wow, that sounds like a lot of work. So did
Yeah.
you enjoy planning those events?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. But this year, I'm not related that the organizer in this place, so I can simply enjoy that, eating food and drinking some beer or juice.
Or juice. Or juice. Okay.
No juice.
Okay. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Thanks. Thanks for sharing that. I don't think I've spoken with anyone who has actually had a hand in organizing an event, a public event like that. Thanks for sharing with us, Heidi. All right. I want to hear from Carlos. Tell us about outdoor activities in your area. Carlos?
Yes, well, I am from La Paz. I'm living in La Paz. Here we have, we are in the coast, so you can go to the beaches. To the beaches, we have hot weather, and we enjoy going to the beach and lay in the sand and have a bran. So it's okay, bran or tan skin.
Tan, skin tan,
And
suntan.
And well, we have also carnivals. A carnival. Carnival is right. The word.
Yes, that's the correct pronunciation. Carnival.
Carnival every February, and it's in a street along the beach. And the people are very happy, wearing costumes. The music artists come to the city and perform a good show, and there are a lot of there are also fast food in the streets. I don't know how do you say the place in which it's a small place in which offers food but there are many. I don't know how to say.
Maybe you could say maybe it's a food stand or vendors.
Okay.
The people that are on the street, you mean? Selling food on the street?
Yes, but it's especially in Carnival.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say like food stands or vendors.
Okay. Yes, food stand and vendors. And you can go also, there is a space special for many mechanical games. So many children, many teenagers, young people enjoy to go ride.
Yeah. There's actually a couple of ways that you can talk about that. Usually we just say rides. Okay, so we can say that people like to, this is going to sound interesting, but ride the rides, or people enjoy. Let's say people enjoy the rides.
Okay, people enjoy the rides.
Right, exactly. So in this case, the rides, of course, is a noun. You actually ride rides. It's that may sound very interesting, but that's how we say it.
Yes. And I am too afraid to medical games. I don't know. When there is a carnival, I don't enjoy the rides.
You don't enjoy the rides.
No.
Okay, so let's say we could also use, here's some other vocabulary. Let's talk about that just a little bit. Sometimes we just talk about specific rides, like roller coasters, bumper cars, Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Yes. Ferris wheel.
Roller coasters. It's amazing. Yes. And also, which activity? Well, we are living near from the mountains, so a lot of people go to the mountains to spend time walking. I don't know, being in the nature and camping and everything like that.
Okay, very good. Thanks. You mentioned some very interesting things, and you gave us some really good vocabulary as well. We're going to review those in just a moment. Okay, excellent job. Okay, Michael, tell us about your outdoor activities. Okay, try it now.
No, Carissa, are you here?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, I have problems sometimes. Okay, in my country, the weather is very good and it's popular to do activities in the countryside. I especially know in special events, but it's very popular to live in the countryside, in the street, to go out the night, to go to walk in the river, and to go to the beach to do fight, for example, and to dinner in the beach is very nice. Yeah, a lot of activities. No special activity, but with the friends it's common to meet with other people and to live in the outside at home. It's very nice for me. It's very nice.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's nice. So in some places it doesn't look like they do many social events outside. Looks like if you're going to do something, then you would just do that with your friends and family. Yeah. All right. Yeah, good, good. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead now and review some of the vocabulary that we talked about. Okay, all right. I liked some of the combinations that. Oh, I'm sorry. Kako, I'm so sorry I didn't include you. Kako, tell me about the events near your in your city or in your country, the ones that the public organizes.
There are many sportive events. Some of them are for professionals, and others for people people that only likes but not practice with professional goals. There are events like shows, musical shows, and events for special occasions like holidays, as Carnival and the New Year. The last night of the year, there are big events in the main cities of Brazil. For example, in Rio de Janeiro, there is a special event that reunites millions of people. And then those that like to join to the crowd can participate for free. And there are fireworks. There are musical shows, a series of musical shows, especially here in Copacabana Beach, that is the most popular beach, Brazilian beach around the world. And then in this occasion, Brazil receives many tourists from other countries, and especially Rio de Janeiro, where I live. The city receives national and international tourists.
Okay.
There are many events here. If one likes to participate, it's possible to have a very occupied life with the events.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Okay. Wow. Sounds like there are lots and lots of different outdoor activities to take part in. Beautiful, beautiful job. Well, I want to share with you one event that, one thing I like about the city where I live is that they organize free outdoor activities in the summertime. And just to talk about a couple of them, I'm going to send you a link. This is for, and you can look at it if you desire on your own time if you would like. And this is an outdoor activity, and it's a light show. But we have a place here called Music Hall, and it looks like it's been past 2 years. They've organized a beautiful light show, and they prepare a show. The lights are reflected off of the City Hall building. It's actually pretty neat. And the symphony orchestra plays. They play a few pieces. And they also have ballet dancers, so if you like the arts, then this is a really nice outdoor activity for the whole family to enjoy. And the benefit of it, too, is that it's something that is free. So I don't know, maybe if you all have like activities like that where you're from, but that was one that I really like. And they also had this weekend the Blues Fest, and they had an outdoor jazz festival, which was really nice. Okay, let me just ask you another question, and then we'll hone in on some specific vocabulary. Now, usually when there are crowds of people, it's enjoyable to. You can enjoy yourself more at an event if people really respect one another. Yeah, and so that fights don't break out, or so that people don't overdrink and that. Tell me, do you feel safe in your city or country going to a public event, or do people misbehave a lot? Alejandro, why don't you tell us? You know you said you don't really kind of get out that much, but if you ever go to a public event that you like, how do people behave? Do you feel safe?
People drink a lot when there are events like that. I don't like to go there because people drink very much.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer stay in. I am very strange person. I don't like multitudes. But yes, there are several events in my village, in the city, and yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. All right. And that's something else to think about. You know, how comfortable you feel in crowds or in a multitude of people. All right. So if you don't personally feel secure, then you're really not going to go. You know, something that I find helpful if I'm not able to go to a concert or to a public event is to look for that event on the internet. Sometimes someone films it and they put it on YouTube or something of that nature, where you can look on TV for a concert, which is really nice. And that way you don't have to go into a crowd and deal with the behavior. Okay, good, good. All right, Pablo, what about you? How do people behave at public events where you live? Do you feel safe?
Well, I prefer don't stay in a public event. I don't like so much uh, a, when I find a crowd of people. All the times, in the most of the case, you found a problem. And just I don't like concerts. I don't like so much that those things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you don't really feel safe and you don't like to be in a crowd.
No.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to type that here in the chat box. So we actually got two good sentences here. Alejandro said that I don't like multitudes. Okay, I'm going to type what he said here, and then that way you can see it. So I don't like multitudes. You could also say I don't like crowds with an S. Same meaning. Okay, those are synonyms. You could also say, you can actually talk about physically being in crowds. Okay, so I don't like to be in a crowd. I don't like to be in a crowd. And you could also add more to it in a crowd of people. You could add another phrase onto the end if you needed to do that. Okay, so I'm going to actually put that in the other chat as well. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that you had the vocabulary here. I forgot I can't do it that way. Okay, very good, very good. Now let me ask you, Carlos. Carlos, what do you think? Do you feel safe in crowds?
Well, here in Mexico, in my city, when there is an event, the people drank a lot of beer. You know, Mexican people drink a lot of beer. Not everybody, but mostly. And sometimes there are problems pushing people, fighting, but not in all events, but in some.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So let's see. So people, let's see. We can say that people get drunk. Okay, that's one way to say that. People get drunk, or that people drink a lot. You could also say people overdrink. Mm-hmm.
Yes, but for example, in the carnival here in La Paz, there is a special place, which the name is here in Mexico Carpas, in which you can hear Mexican band music,
Mm-hmm.
and there you can only be there to drink beer. So it's a special place to drink beer, and there you can drink a lot of beer, and if you want to fight there, fight, but it's exclusive. There are policemen, there are police officers there to try to make a peaceful place, but sometimes it's difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right. Very good. All right, and finally, Michael. Michael, tell us, do you feel safe in crowds?
Normally, yes, depend, because sometimes it's possible when there are a lot of people, it's possible. But normally, yes, I don't have problem, but to go in for example, in my city, in Valencia, when I explained before, it's very popular to go to the river to be fireworks, or for example, the night of San Juan, 24th of June. It's very popular all people to go to the beach and celebrate the night of San Juan. I don't know in English because it's a word in Spain. The night of San Juan, 24th of June. Yeah, I suppose sometimes it's possible a little problem with when I a lot of people, but well, it's I don't know because I suppose for me in my case I want to I how do you say when you know go to when I problems I few times avoid the problems. I suppose it's important.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So, okay, you should avoid problems.
Yes.
Maybe problems, or maybe you can also say fighting, arguing, etc.
Yes.
I'm going to type that here in the chat box. Give me a second. Okay, at a public event. Okay, good. Excellent, guys. We've got lots of good vocabulary here. Okay, great. Okay, so let's talk about some of the words that that you have mentioned so far. Okay, when we talk about public events, okay, what are some of the words that we've used so far to talk about public events? Okay, let me get you started off with a word. Okay, you've talked about festivals. Okay, can anyone else think of some other words that specific words to describe outdoor activities?
Concerts.
Okay, we've talked about concerts. What else? Anyone can answer. Okay, if it comes to you, just go ahead and say it out.
The word is concerts, teacher.
No, it's actually concerts. The accent is on the. Yep, concerts.
Party.
A party. Okay, good. Good, excellent. Parties. Anything else?
Musical shows, especially about classical music.
Good. So we could say classical music concerts or shows. Classical music shows.
Sport events.
Or performances. Good, good. Sporting events. Good. Sporting events. Good. Sporting events. Anything else that we talked about?
Shows.
Sporting events. We can talk about live performances. Live performances is what usually if you go to a concert, it's a live performance. That person is performing right there before your eyes. It's a live performance as opposed to a videotaped conference or performance. Okay, good. So live performances. Okay, we talked about carnival. Okay, that's one. And we also mentioned events. Okay, events is another one. Okay, so just in general events, or you can say the type of event it is. Sporting events, a musical event. Okay, very good. Excellent job. And we've also talked about when there are many people all together. What words could we use to describe many people together in one place? What word do we use?
Multitude.
Good. Multitude. And what other words?
Crowd.
Yeah, good. A crowd. Okay, so I'm going to type that here. And these are nouns, so it would be a multitude. A multitude. Or, in the plural, multitudes. Multitudes. Oh, sorry, I spelled that wrong. Got it. Okay, so multitudes. Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's take one of the words. I want to show you a different form of it. Crowded. Crowded. Okay, can anyone think of a good sentence using the word crowded? Okay, let me start you off with the sentence. Okay, I don't like blank places. Okay? The word that goes in that could be crowded. So I don't like crowded places. Okay? Now, what does that mean? If I say I don't like crowded places, what does that mean?
I don't like to be in the middle of a multitude.
Yes.
Place a lot of people.
Good. So I don't like to be in a place with a lot of people. Okay, there you go. So that's exactly what that means. So I just want to give you options of things that you can say. Okay, so you can say you don't like to be in a crowd. Okay, but then you can also expand that and say, you know, I don't really like crowded places. Okay, very good. Now, I can't say multituded places. No, but I can say crowded places. Okay, very good. Okay, let me ask you all a question. When I talk about sports, okay, do I practice sports or do I'm sorry, let me just type the whole question. Okay, so do I practice a sport or do I play a sport? What do you think is the correct form? Practice or playing?
Practice.
Okay, any other thoughts on that?
I think is play a sport.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. You play sports. You play sports. Okay, so let's try to think of a sentence. Okay, so on the weekends, I like to, and how can I finish that sentence? On the weekends, I like to
practice. I think two is good or no. Practice and play.
All right. Well, actually, it's play. Play. I like to play sports. Okay, that those words tend to go together. You play sports. Now, if you're going to practice, then we use words like training. Okay, we use words like training. Let's talk about practice. So you could say on every Saturday. Okay, every Saturday, I go to. Now look at how I'm going to use this. I go to baseball practice. Okay, do you see the difference in that sentence? So I'm not going to go practice baseball. I'm going to play baseball. Okay, so every Saturday I go to baseball practice. Okay, I play baseball. Okay, so that's how you tend to see that. When we talk about sports, just remember that that's how you use it. Okay, we use practice a little bit differently. I often see students or hear students say that. Okay, do you have any questions about that? Okay, all right, very good. Okay, and let's talk about we talked a little bit about different things that you would see at festivals or at amusement parks, maybe. Okay, the mechanical. I think one student said mechanical not devices, but when you go to an amusement park, what are the objects that people like to ride? What are those called? What do you see at an amusement park? What are those called? Or even at a fair. At a fair you would see these. Okay, we would call them rides. Okay, rides, or you could also say if they are roller coasters, use the specific word for it. Okay, so roller coasters. Can anyone think of any other types of rides besides roller coasters?
Bumper cars.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about bumper cars. What else?
Ferris wheel.
That's right. We talked about a Ferris wheel. All right. So if none of this is making sense to you, just maybe do a little bit of homework, a little bit of investigation. Okay, Google it. Put it in, and then that way you'll know exactly what bumper cars and Ferris wheel, what those things are. Excellent. Okay. We also talked about shows. Okay. Those are that's something else that you can see at an amusement park. You can see a good show, and they do tend to be musicals as well. Excellent. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for our class today. We talked about several different outdoor activities, why they're popular, who organizes them, and which ones you like and don't like. And we got to practice using some different vocabulary in a few sentences. All right. Well, thanks for coming to class. Thanks for your participation. And I'll look out for you in one of my next classes. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye,
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome.